Good morning, class. Today we are going to be covering Q&A phrases. So if you want to get your notebooks out, and that way you can cover and write some of these down, okay? So always have the same notebook. That way you go over and over the phrases. Remember, it's also under the tab Start Here to your left. Double click it, handout for the class, and it'll be under Q&A phrases, okay? So hopefully you've gotten that. And what I'm going to start today is with testimony briefs and phrases, testimonies, Q&A. So anything you're going to hear in a car accident case. So the handout is called More Testimony Briefs and Phrases, and it starts with accident. So if you want to get that out from Blackboard, print it. And that way you don't have to write them down, but at least you can see me writing the briefs down. So there's a lot of them. So accident is going to be S-D-E-N-T. You might already remember that one. Accident is death. S-D-E-N-T, accident. Okay? And then you've got accident happened. Think of the SD for the accident. Happened is APD. Accident happened. S-D-A-P-D. You've got actually. You want to know this brief because it comes out a lot. Actually is T-W long A-L. T-W long A-L. Actually. So that tells me actual, T-W-U-L. A-U-L. Actual, T-W-A-U-L. Actually is the long A. Okay. Advertise is T-I-Z, tiz. Advertising, come back with the final G. T-I-Z is advertise. Make your flashcards, very helpful. After the accident, some of you may remember this, is A-E-F-R-X. After the accident, A-E-F-R-X. After is the A, or the A-F-R is for after, the is for the E and the. Accident is X. After the, in a phrase, the is always an E. Accident, X. All right, LRT. All right, LRT. Already. LR. Already, LR. Some of these you know. Ambulance is Blance. B-L-A-N-S. Blance is ambulance. B-L-A-N-S. Okay, ambulance. You've got anybody is N-I-B, N-I-B. So I would leave my hands positioned like that. So anybody is N-I-B. Anybody else, add the L-S to us. N-I-B-L-S. L-S for the else. Anybody else. Anyone is N-I-N. So anyone else, do the same thing. N-I-N and then L-S for anyone else. Anything is N-I-G. Anything N-I-G. Proximately. So proximately is P-R X asterisk. Approximately, sorry. There's also a word proximately. Approximately is P-R X asterisk. Come back, L-I. And then you have April, of course, is P-R-I-L. April, P-R-I-L. Arrested, this is from yesterday, long A-R-S, come back with an asterisk, come back D. As far as, S-F-A-R-S, as far as, and then possible, come back P-O-B-L. So as far as is always S-F-A-R-S, as far as. You've got at any time, T and T asterisk. At any time, T, think of the T for at, any is the N, T for time. At any time, and then you put an asterisk in. At that time, T-A-T asterisk. T-A-T, at is T-A for that, time for T, tat with an asterisk. You've got to remember to put in the asterisks. At the present time is T-E-P-T. At the present time. So you've got at is T, the is an E, present is a P, T for time. At the present time is TE, PT. Now this is, you're going to hear this, at the scene of the accident is SNEFX with an asterisk. At the scene of the accident. Think of it, I don't know how to think of that. So at the scene of the accident, I think scene of the accident is SNEX. Yes. So at the scene of the accident, you add the F. Okay. So make sure you know both of those. At the time is TET asterisk. At the time, TET asterisk. You've got at the time of the accident. NEFX with an asterisk, at the time of the accident. If some of these are too much for you to remember, it's just too many, then write the ones only that you like, or copy the ones that you like from your handouts. At this time is TIT with an asterisk. Attorney is torn, TOERN, attorney, you know that one. Automobile, AUBL, for automobile, it looks like it. Avenue, AV. Avenue is AV. You've got because, BAUZ, because. Before the accident, make sure you know before the accident, BEFRX. Think of the BE for before, or BEFR, before the accident, or before is BFR, right? So add the EX for E for the, X for accident, before the accident. Children is churn, KHIRN. Damage, DAJ. Date of birth is dearth, DIRT with an asterisk, date of birth. That's a good one. Day of the accident, day of the accident is D long AFX, or just DAFX, day of the accident. Just a minute, let me see. Date of the accident is DAFX, date. So that's date, DAFX. Day, you have the word day in there, D long A FX. So notice the difference, date, D long A, or just D A FX. Day is actually D long A, so you put the D long A FX. Those can be confusing, but if you write them down and practice them and make your flashcards, you'll be okay. Did you remember is DURM? Did you remember? Do you recall? D long URL. Do you recall? With an asterisk. Do you remember is D long URM without the asterisk? Driver's license, I like this. Think of the DR for the driver's, LS for license. So DR, LS, one stroke. And then you've got fire department is fire with the D for department. Fire with the D for department. For the is final, is initial F, final RT, for the. For the record, FR, ORD. FR, initial FR, ORD. Think of it, for the is the F, and then records in there, RORD, for the record, one stroke. FR, ORD. Forget, FERGT, forget, FERGT. From the, FR, final T, from the. From time to time is FRIMT, FRIMT, from time to time. You might already know this. And then I like this. I remember giving it to you in theory. Green light is GR for green, LT for light. GR, final LT. Have you ever been, make sure you write this one and practice it down, VUFRB. So think of the have is the SR, the U is for you, ever is the FR, B for been. Have you ever been one stroke? Highly recommend you pick that up. Hospital, HOPT, hospital, HOPT. And then these, the second column on your testimony briefs and phrases are very important. How fast, HOUFZ. How is in there, so how fast, FZ for fast, one stroke. How long, HOUNG. How is in there, and NG for long. How many is HOUM, how many. How old, HOULD. How is in there, old, LD for old. I believe is IBL. I can't remember is YA for I can't, and RM is remember in a phrase. I could, IKD. IKD, I could. I don't know. YON with an asterisk. I don't know is YON with an asterisk. I don't recall, YORL. I don't recall, YORL. I don't remember, YORM. Remember, if you know those endings, remember in a phrase, the ending part is always RM, recall is always final RL. I know, they say, is YN with an asterisk. See, I didn't even know that. Think of the Y for I, and then know is an N. Make sure you know that one. I said in a phrase is IBS. It doesn't make sense, the BS, but just think the BS. IBS is for said. BS is said in a phrase. I think, ING. I final NG for I think. I was is IFS. Make sure you know these. These come handy. Identification is long IFGS. So remember, identify is long IF or identity. Put the GS in its identification. If you could, FUKD, if you could. One stroke. If you were, if you, and then RP, if you were. If you were the, FURP, add the T for the. If you were the. In other words, NORDS. NORDZ, in other words. In the is NT, in the. Individual is a good brief. VIJ, you might remember that from theory, VIJ, individual. Information is N final FGS. So that tells me inform is NF. So if you have the GS final side, it's information. Intersection, so intersect is like that. Intersection, add the asterisk. Intersection. SPWREX asterisk. Investigate is like that. No. Without the vowel. Investigate is NVGT. Think investigate ends in a GT. There's an GT in the ending, so you put the GT. Investigation, the same thing, NVGS. N final VGS. Involve, you have two ways of writing it, VOV or VOF. They both come out, whichever you like best. Is that correct? STHARKT. Is that correct? And notice it already gives you the question mark. Think of the is S, THA is in there. That correct is RKT, in a phrase, final RKT. Gives you, is that correct? Some of these strokes are a little odd, so your finger exercises help in mastering the stroke. Is that right? S-T-H-A-R-T. Notice the RT for right. Is in there, that is in there, right, R-I-R-T. And so it could have been, I think you have it, IT, or it is, just a minute. Could have been is K-O-U-F-B. So make sure you know could have been, K-O-U-F-B. And then you've got it was, of course, it, T-W-T-F-S for it was. It's the contraction, T-S with an asterisk, meaning you can replace it is in there. Lawyer, L-A-U-R, lawyer, you know that, I think. Legal department, L is L long E-L is legal, put the D for department. And it's not coming out, but let's enter it. It's green, so you can enter it. So let's put in Control D, and I'm going to type in, make sure you spell it correctly, L-E-G-A-L space D-E-P-A-R-T-M-E-N-T. I hope I spelled it correctly. I can't see. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put OK. And then you've got so next time I stroke legal department, legal with the D, and it'll come out. Manager is MG, MG for manager. So let's say the word is managing. I think you can write MG, come back G. No, can't do that. Managers, MG. Managers, add the S. Might have been is M long I F B. Might have been, that's very important. Might have been. Miles an hour is MARP. Think of the M for miles, an is the A, per hour is the P for per, hour is the ending of hour, H-O-U-R. Miles per hour is MERP, M-I-R-P. Make sure you know the difference. One has an A in it for an, one has an I for per. And then motor vehicle, M-O-E-V-K, M-O-E-V-K for motor vehicle. Motorcycle, I like moik for motorcycle is moik. Newspaper, noop, N long U-P, newspaper, noop. And then these are real important. No ma'am is N-O-M. N-O is already in there, so think of that for no, M for ma'am. And it'll already give you a comma in between. You always put commas in between. No, yes. No, sir. Oh, no, ma'am, if you want it capitalized, put the asterisk in for the no. And then you've got no, sir is N-O-R-S. Think of the R-S for the sir, and it's kind of interchanged. It's S-I-R, so it's R-S. They interchange them. No, sir, capitalize the N, put the asterisk. Let me show you. Okay, it'll capitalize if you put in the asterisk for the no. Number, N-U-R-M, of the, O-F-T. Office, A-U-F-S, office. Officer, put in the R for officer. Going on to the next page. Some of these you might already know. Okay, Remember, OK is always spelled O-K-A-Y, and it's oak with an asterisk. Oak with an asterisk. On the O-N-T, operate. I like operate, O-E-R-P-T, operate. Out of the, O-U-F-T, out of the, O-U-F-T. Participate, park, looks like it. Particular, plar, P-L-A-R. Police department, you can either do P-L-D, P-L-I-D, whichever you like best. I thought I entered P-L-I-D. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't yesterday. If you like it, Control D, enter it, write it correctly, and then OK. Police officer is Pliffer. P-L-I-F-R for police officer. Police station, Plation, I like that one. P-L long A-G-S. Policeman, Plam. Think of the P for, or the P-L for police, am for man. Policeman, Plem. Min has an E in it, so it's P-L-E-M. Policewoman is Blam. B-L-A-M. Red light, make sure you know this. Red, the beginning part of red starts with an R, red. L-T, always light. One stroke. Remember is R-E-B. Scene of the accidents, next. Scene of the accident, S-N-E-X. And then I like sidewalk. S for side, and then walk is in there. Swalk is sidewalk. Social Security, most of the time is capitalized, so put an asterisk. SS starts with an S, ends social starts with an S, security starts with an S, so SS asterisk. If you don't put the asterisk in, it's not going to do anything. So I would add, what I would do is enter the SS for Social Security lowercase and then put the asterisk in for uppercase. But most of the time it's uppercase. And I like this one, Social Security number. So number is N-U-R-M, put the S in front of it and with an asterisk to cap it. I like that, Social Security number. S number and then the asterisk will capitalize the Social Security. Somebody is SMB. SMB, think of the SM for some and then B for body. Someone, SN. Is one way of writing it. There's two ways. You could also write S1, whichever you like. Someone else, SM and LS, someone else. I like these else's, they come out a lot. Something is you could either write S thing or you could write SMG, whichever you like better. I like somewhere. S for some, W-R, where. Somewhere is S-W-R. I know there's a lot, but you all keep going over them. What you can do is listen to my class, take it down on your machine, and then when you have theory practice that you have to do, reinforce it with these phrases and practice them. That way it helps you to remember them. So we go over it initially in class. You can't turn in that class practice as homework, but you can redo it and then turn it in then. It's only going to help you, okay? You've got state your name. I like this. ST for state, your, U-R, N for name. S-T-U-R-N is state your name. Suppose is spose. I like that. S-P longo Z. That is correct is T-H-A-K-T. T-H-A-K-T for that is correct. That's correct, the contraction. Usually a contraction has an A and an E in it. So T-H-A-E-K-T for that's correct. That's correct. T-H-A-E for the contraction, correct, K-T. That's right. T-H, I tell you the A-E is for the contraction, R-T for right. There was, you probably already know that, THRFS, THRFS. They were, THE for they, RP were. They in a phrase is always THE. Remember, the in a phrase is just the E. To the is TOT asterisk. To the TOT asterisk. Today is TOD. TOD for today. Together, TOGT. Looks like it. TOGT for together. US as in the US. I live in the US. US with an asterisk. Think of the asterisk for the periods in there. Uh-huh. Anytime they say uh-huh meaning yes, always going to be written U and then HU. Think of the is the U and then huh is HU. And it'll change it like this. This is how it needs to be typed up in English. Meaning no is UU. Very easy. Uh-huh, I hear the H, so UHU. Is just UU. What happened is WHAPD. What happened, WHAPD. What is, WHAS. Is always S by itself in a phrase. What you, WHAU, what you. Where are, WR for where, R is final R. Where do you live? Pick this up, I like this. WROUL, where do you live? WROUL. Where do you live? Where the, WR for where, T for the. Will you please is LUMS. One stroke. Will, so will is written just HR, so that's why you're going to start it with an HR. You please, think of the please as the PLS for please. So will you please, LUPMS. Will you please tell, LUMTS. Oh, I did. Let me see. Will you please tell, LUMTS. Did it come out? I don't know why would you is coming out for will. Might have to switch those. You might have to switch those, you all. Because would you tell, see those we might have to change, okay? So I'm going to change it to, see, you can change it if it's wrong. Control D, and I'm going to change it to will you please tell. Okay, hopefully I've stroked it correctly. Yes. Okay, so anytime I stroke will you please tell? Yes, because it's will, it's not would. Will you please tell me? LUMTS, and then me is ME. Okay, 2 strokes. Will you please tell us? LUMTS, and then us, US, and it comes out. So change yours if that's in there. Yours might be wrong and maybe somebody inadvertently or entered it that way. Will you tell us is let's. I like that. Oh, will you let's enter it again. So will you tell us, will is going to be Control D. Wait, let me see. Control D. I'm going to enter will you tell us. Because I think I'm going to hear that more than let's. LUTS, will you tell us? Perfect, see? And then you've got, will you tell me? LUMT. See, that's not in there, so Control D, will you tell me? I'd recommend picking them up because they're not a conflict. There's nothing else. Control D, will you tell me? Enter, okay. Okay, and then you have with the WT, with the WT, you know that already. And then you've got would you please. So the difference here is would. The other one was will. W-O-U-M-S. Would you please. Please is P-L-S. Would you please tell? W-O-U-M-T-S. That's not coming out, so let's enter that. Okay, Control D, and it's going to be would you please tell? And then enter or okay. So let me stroke it, W-O-U-M-T-S, and then it comes out. Would you please tell me? That comes out, 2 strokes. Would you please tell us? Okay, 2 strokes. Would you tell me? W-O-U-M-T. And there it is. Would you tell me? Make sure you entered it, okay? Would you tell us? W-O-U-T-S. Really good to know these briefs. Yeah, Y-A-E with an asterisk. Y-A-E is yeah with an asterisk. Remember, that's yeah as in yes. Yes with the comma is Y-E-R-B-G-S with an asterisk to capitalize it. Yes, ma'am, Y-E-M. It already puts the comma in between yes and ma'am. Yes, sir, Y-E-S. Think of the Y-E for yes, and then sir for S. Yesterday, Y-E-D. You said, U-B-S, remember, B-S is said in a phrase. You were, U-R-P. Okay, so I'm going to cover these now, dictate them to you, and just keep going over them on your theory homework. You can pick whichever you want. You can't use your class time for theory homework, but you can do it the next time if you want to practice these phrases. They're only going to help you. I'm going to dictate them now. Here we go. Find a focal point. I know they're going to be hard to remember, but this may help. Accident. Accident happened. Actually. Advertising. After the accident. All right. Already. Ambulance. Anybody. Anybody else. Anyone. Anyone else. Anything. Approximately. April. Arrested. As far as possible. At any time. At that time. At the present time. At the scene of the accident. At the time. At the time of the accident. At this time. Attorney. Automobile. Avenue. Because. Before the accident. Children. Damage. Date of birth. Date of the accident. Day of the accident. Did you remember? Do you recall? Do you remember? Put commas in between if you have time. Driver's license. Fire department. For the. For the record. Forget. From the. From time to time. Green light. Have you ever been? Hospital. How fast? How long? How many? How old? I believe. I can't remember. I could. I don't know. I don't recall. I don't remember. I know. I said. I think. I was. Identification. If you could. If you were. If you were the. In other words, in the. Individual. Information. Intersection. Investigation. Involved. Is that correct? Is that right? It could have been. It was. It's. Lawyer. Legal department. Manager. Might have been. Miles an hour. Miles per hour. Motor vehicle. Motorcycle. Newspaper. No, ma'am. No, sir. Number of the. Office. Officer. Okay. On the. Operate. Out of the. Participate. Particular. Police department. Police officer. Police station. Policeman. Police women. Policemen. Red light. Remember. Scene of the accident. Sidewalk. Social Security. Social Security number. Somebody. Someone. Someone else. Something. Somewhere. State your name. Suppose. That is correct. That's correct. That's right. There was. They were. To the. Today. Together. US. Uh-huh. Uh-uh. What happened? What is? What you? Where are? Where do you live? Where the? Will you please? Will you please tell? Will you please tell me? Will you please tell us? Will you tell us? Will you tell me? With the. Would you please? Would you please tell? Would you please tell me? Would you please tell us? Would you tell me? Would you tell us? Yeah. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yesterday, you said. You were. So remember to keep going over the testimony, briefs, and phrases. Okay, very, very helpful. And so now I'm going to dictate Q&A. It's going to be at 60, so you can learn these phrases. And I'm going to include the Q and the A in there, okay? So let's see what we can get up to. Here we go. Remember, you write the question, is the entire left bank? The answer is the right bank. Okay, question left bank, answer right bank. Okay, don't include question marks or anything. It automatically will take care of it in the software. Here we go, 60 words a minute. Question, do you recall anything at this time? Answer, no, sir. Question, do you remember what you did yesterday? Answer, yes, sir. Question, do you remember the accident? Answer, yes, sir. Question, at any time before the accident, did you see a police officer? Answer, I suppose so. Question, you don't know? Answer, I don't remember. Question, how long were you at the scene of the accident? Answer, I don't know. Question, did you see any police officers after the accident? Answer, yes, sir. Question, how many did you see at that time? Answer, I believe I saw 3. Question, was anybody else there? Answer, someone might have been there. Question, all right. At the time of the accident, did you see someone? Answer, I saw something, but I don't remember how many. Question, okay. From time to time, do you forget things? Answer, from time to time, I do. Question, will you tell us what you saw at that time? Answer, I don't recall anything in particular. Question, you saw the accident. Is that correct? Answer, that's correct. Question, would you please tell me if you were the individual who saw the accident? Answer, yes, sir, I was. So hopefully some of these phrases are being incorporated. And this is a little faster at 70 words a minute. Question, do you recall anything at this time? Answer, no, sir. Question, do you remember what you did yesterday? Answer, yes, sir. Question, do you remember the accident? Answer, yes, sir. Question, at any time before the accident, did you see a police officer? Answer, I suppose so. Question, you don't know? Answer, I don't remember. Question, how long were you at the scene of the accident? Answer, I don't know. Question, did you see any police officers after the accident? Answer, yes, sir. Question, how many did you see at that time? Answer, I believe I saw 3. Question, was anybody else there? Answer, someone might have been there. Question, all right. At the time of the accident, did you see someone? Answer, I saw something, but I don't remember how many. Question, okay. From time to time, do you forget things? Answer, from time to time, I do. Question, will you tell us what you saw at that time? Answer, I don't recall anything in particular. Question, you saw the accident. Is that correct? Answer, that's correct. Question, would you please tell me if you were the individual who saw the accident? Answer, yes, sir, I was. Question, actually, you were somewhere near the scene of the... Okay, and so make sure you're writing these phrases real quickly. Just remember, accident is dent, S-D-E-N-T. You've got how long, H-O-U-N-G, H-O-U-N-G. You have police officer, Clifford. I think you can add the S. Yes, you can add the S to make it plural. From time to time is frimt, F-R-I-M-T, from time to time. And this is going to be at 80 words a minute, okay? I just really want you to focus on getting the phrases. Here we go. Question, do you recall anything at this time? Answer, no, sir. Question, do you remember what you did yesterday? Answer, yes, sir. Question, do you remember the accident? Answer, yes, sir. Question, at any time before the accident, did you see a police officer? Answer, I suppose so. Question, you don't know? Answer, I don't remember. Question, how long were you at the scene of the accident? Answer, I don't know. Question, did you see any police officers after the accident? Answer, yes, sir. Question, how many did you see at that time? Answer, I believe I saw 3. Question, was anybody else there? Answer, someone might have been there. Question, all right. At the time of the accident, did you see someone? Answer, I saw something, but I don't remember how many. Question, okay. From time to time, do you forget things? Answer, from time to time, I do. Question, will you tell me or tell us, will you tell us what you saw at that time? Answer, I don't recall anything in particular. Question, you saw the accident. Is that correct? Answer, that's correct. Question, would you please tell me if you were the individual who saw the accident? Answer, yes, sir, I was. Question, actually, you were somewhere near the scene of the accident. Is that right? Answer, that's right. Question, how many feet were you from the scene of the accident? approximately. Answer, I said. Okay, and so that's a little warm up, little practice for you all. I'm going to now stop this video and I'll go ahead and get ready for the next speed building. Okay, you all? So make sure you keep going over these over and over and over. Okay, and I'll reconvene in a little bit.